Hi guys! Welcome to my class. Please subscribe so that you will be notified on the next math lesson. Then like and share so that you can also help other students. Our topic for today is to compare and order fractions, decimals, and percents. You are going to learn it here, the easy way. We are going to learn how to compare and order fractions, decimals, and percents. Let us work on this example so that you will be guided. Fill in the box with less than, greater than, or equal to make a true statement. We're going to compare 3/4 and 8/10. I want you to take note, guys, that making the denominator the same will make it easier for you to compare fractions. In order for us to make the denominator the same, we're going to multiply 3/4 by 10/10 and 8/10 by 4/4. Accordingly, 10 times 3 is 30 and 10 times 4 is 40. While 8 times 4 is 32 and 10 times 4 is 40. Now, our denominator are equal. They are both 40. Subsequently, you can instantly identify that 32/40 is bigger than 30/40. Therefore, 3/4 is less than 8/10. Let us work on another strategy so that comparing fractions will be easier for you. We're going to crisscross or do the cross multiplication product. 3 times 10 is equal to 30. And 4 times 8 is equal to 32. That being so, 32 is bigger than 30. Hence, we come up with the same answer. 3/4 is less than 8/10. Whatever strategy we are going to use, we can always come up with the same answer. It depends on what strategy you are going to apply and what strategy is easier for you. Let us work on ordering fractions so that you can understand it well. Order the fractions 2/3, 7/9, 3/5, and 5/15 from least to greatest. You can notice that we have different denominators, 3, 9, 5, and 15. We need to make them all the same so that it will be easier for us to order them. 3, 9, 5, and 15 are all factors of 45. Therefore, we're going to make all the denominators equivalent to 45. Accordingly, working on the first fraction, 2/3, we're going to multiply it by 15/15 to make the denominator equivalent to 45. Therefore, 2 times 15 is 30 and 3 times 15 is 45. Furthermore, working on the second fraction, 7/9, we're going to multiply it by 5/5. Therefore, 7 times 5 is 35 and 9 times 5 is 45. Likewise, working on the third fraction, which is 3/5, we're going to multiply it by 9/9. Therefore, 3 times 9 is 27 and 5 times 9 is 45. Moreover, working on the last fraction, 5/15, we're going to multiply it by 3/3. Accordingly, 5 times 3 is 15 and 15 times 3 is 45. Finally, we have made all the denominators of the fraction the same. They are all 45. Upon comparing all the numerators of the fraction, 15 is the smallest. Therefore, the smallest fraction from the list of numbers given is 5/15. The next number on the numerator after 15 is 27. Accordingly, 3/5 will follow 5/15. Furthermore, after 27, the next number is 30. Accordingly, the third fraction is 2/3. And the last and biggest number is 35. Therefore, the last fraction is 7/9. That is the greatest. Arranging the fractions from least to greatest, it will be 5/15, 3/5, 2/3, and 7/9. Remember, if it is from least to greatest, it is from the smallest to the biggest. Let us work on another example so that you can hit it off. Fill in the box with less than, greater than, or equal to make a true statement. This time, we are going to compare a fraction and a decimal, 2/3 and 0.8. To make it easier for you, we're going to make the decimal converted into fraction. 0.8 is in the tenths place. Therefore, the fraction is 8/10. To convert it into simplest form, we're going to look for the common factor of 8 and 10. And in this case, it is 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4 and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Accordingly, 0.8 is 4/5. We can compare now 2/3 with 4/5, but we need to make the denominator the same. Therefore, we're going to multiply 2/3 by 5/5 and 4/3 by 3/3. Working on the 4/5 first, 4 times 3 is 12 and 5 times 3 is 15. Along with 5 times 2 is 10 and 5 times 3 is 15. Since the denominator are the same, we can compare now the numerator, 10 and 12. Instantly, we can identify which one is bigger. 12/15 is bigger. Due to that result, 2/3 is less than 0.8. Let us use the crisscross strategy when comparing fractions, 2/3 with 4/5. Therefore, 2 times 5 is 10, and 3 times 4 is 12. Accordingly, the sign will not change. 10 is less than 12. Therefore, 2/3 is less than 0.8. It is easy, right? Let us work on another example so that you can fully understand the lesson. Bakita finished 75% on her DIY herbal plant pots, while Afra finished 4/5 on hers. Who has almost done her project? Explain. We are going to compare here 75% and 4/5. 75% for Bakita and 4/5 for Afra. Let us convert the fraction into percent. Remember, whenever we are going to convert fraction into percent, our target is to make the denominator equivalent to 100. Therefore, we're going to multiply 4/5 by 20/20 to make the denominator equivalent to 100. 4 times 20 is 80, and 5 times 20 is 100. 4/5 is 80/100. To eliminate the 100 and make it into percent, we're going to multiply 80/100 by 100%. For this reason, we can cancel out the 100 and it will give us 80%. Accordingly, 75% is less than 80%. Subsequently, Afra is almost done on her project because she works 80%, while Bakita is only 75%. Let us make the 75% into fraction. Accordingly, 75% is 75/100. To convert 75/100 into simplest form, we're going to look for the common factor of 75 and 100, which is 25. Consequently, 75 divided by 25 is 3, and 100 divided by 25 is 4. As a result, we can compare now 3/4 by 4/5, but we need to make the denominator equivalent. Therefore, we're going to multiply 4/5 by 4/4. Accordingly, 4 times 4 is 16, and 5 times 4 is 20. Likewise, we're going to multiply 3/4 by 5/5. Accordingly, 3 times 5 is 15, and 4 times 5 is 20. Furthermore, 75% is 15/20. And 4/5 is 16/20. Therefore, our answer is the same. 15/20 is less than 16/20, which is 75% is less than 4/5. In this case, still Afra works more than Bakita. Let us work on another example so that you can practice more. Order the numbers from greatest to least. 2/5, 0.62, and 65%. In this case, you have fraction, decimal, and percents. How are you going to order those numbers from greatest to least? The decimal 0.62 is easy to convert into percent if we are going to move the decimal point 2 places to the right, and we're going to include the percent symbol. Accordingly, 0.62 is 62%. Let us make 2/5 as a percent. Always remember, our target is to make the denominator equivalent to 100 to make it percent. Therefore, we're going to multiply 2/5 by 20 over 20. Therefore, 2 times 20 is 40 and 5 times 20 is 100. To make 40 over 100 equivalent to percent, we're going to multiply it by 100%. Subsequently, we can cancel out 100 and it will give us 40%. Subsequently, 2/5, 0.62, and 65% were all converted into percent. We have now 40%, 62%, and 65%. Arranging these numbers from greatest to least, it will give us 65%, 62%, and 40%. It is easy, right? To wrap it up, in comparing two fractions, we're going to make the denominator equivalent. And just look at the numerator and instantly you can compare which one is bigger. Likewise, you can also apply the crisscross or cross multiplication product strategy. Multiply the numerator of the first fraction with the denominator of the second fraction and the denominator of the first fraction with the numerator of the second fraction. And instantly, you can identify which number is greater. In arranging and ordering fractions, always make the denominator equivalent. Okay? And you can identify right away which one is greatest or which one is smallest. Always read the instruction. If it is from least to greatest, it must be from smallest to biggest. If it is from greatest to least, it must be from biggest to smallest. In comparing percent and fraction, you can either convert the fraction into percent so that you can easily compare the numbers. Likewise, you can convert the percent into fraction so that it will be easier for you to compare numbers. If the given numbers are percent, decimal, and fraction, and you need to order them, we need to convert all the numbers in the same format. You need to apply the strategy that will make it easier for you. Like here, the decimal was converted instantly into percent by just moving the decimal point 2 places to the right. Likewise, the fraction was converted instantly into percent by just targeting the denominator to be equal to 100 and multiply it by 100%. Okay? I will never stop reminding you what Sheikh Zayed wrote for us. Education is like a lantern which lights your way in the dark alley. We need to give importance to our education so that we're not going to be blindfolded in our future. In case you have confusion on some part of the lesson, I want you to go back and revise it again. Watch it slowly, step by step, and I know you can get it. Our life is always a math equation. You cannot get the most of it if you cannot convert the negatives into positive. I always want you to score high in math and be wise and healthy. Okay? Till next math lesson, be safe. Bye-bye.